How's it going today, folks? All right, so today I wanted to give an update on the $1.1 million QQQI portfolio and look at how it's been reacting to the current market. Slight bull run. We've been on a slight bull run, so I want to show you what that looks like. Also, what BTCI looks like, because we've been on a bit of an upward trend as well. Before we were a little down. Now we're coming back up. So I want to show you the portfolio and look at how QQQI has tracked against the underlying asset of QQQ over the past 5 days and even the past month. So let's jump right into it. All right, guys, first and foremost, I want to shout out all the Patreon members. We are up to 61 members and counting. If you guys want access to all the financial calculators that I've put on the Patreon, please feel free to sign up. Or if you want a quick financial coaching session, 20 minutes a month, we have a $15 tier. That's 15 bucks a month. It's pretty much buying me a coffee. And we also have some more premium tiers. So if you want to jump into Patreon and start your financial journey with me, I'd love to be of support to you. So jump on in and we'd love to have you. And again, I can't thank you enough to those who have jumped in and are participating and are engaging in the community. All right, so now let's jump right into this portfolio. And I want to speak on simplicity. A lot of times we're looking at all these new ETFs, Yield Max, Yield Boost, Nicholas, Amplify, Neos, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs. We are always looking for the next best thing. And sometimes they come around, or sometimes they're just the same flavor of the same thing. So in this portfolio, it's really simple, guys. It is high risk, but very simple. We've chosen two assets, two ETFs, BTCI, because we are Bitcoin bulls, and QQQI, which is the NASDAQ 100, has QQQ as the underlying index there. And both of these are netting an average portfolio yield of anywhere around 19 to 20% on average. I mean, how much more do you need? And with that, we have NAV appreciation. We have NAV price growth, guys. And that's what it's all about. I want to see appreciation with my equities, with my ETFs. I do not want to see depreciation or decay, which is what we're seeing a lot from Global X's ETFs. We're seeing it from Yield Max. We're seeing it from a lot of other more higher risk, high yield funds. I go for ones that are going to NAV appreciate. All right. And so with this portfolio, as we've spoken to before, it's generating 213K in annual income. And with it, BTCI. And when we spoke on this last time, when we had BTCI, we spoke on how we're actually in a loss position, right? And I said, it's okay. We were in a 13K loss position, right? Before, but we have 117K income annually coming in. The expected annual income would be 117K. So we are okay with the fluctuations. We're okay because, first off, the volatility is going to help provide yield. We need volatility for this really high dividend yield of 27%. And that small negative capital loss, I'm not bothered by it. Even if it's a bigger loss, I'm not bothered by it because the income more than covers it, And then I also know that because of the structure of these funds, they have the potential of reappreciating. They have the potential of coming back and bouncing back. And guess what happened? It did. It went from a negative 13K back to positive 6K. So that's amazing. All right, so for QQQI, a similar story. We had the market kind of dipped a bit, but then has come back up. So not only are we, generating 95K in annual income with this portfolio, but we're in a profit position, a capital gain of 30K. All right, so now we have the combination of appreciation plus income, which is exactly what we want to see. With this portfolio, we're in and around 17K to 18K payout per month. So, you want to optimize this based on your expense ratio. And, maybe you don't have $1 million to invest, and that's okay. Maybe you have 250K rather. Do what work with what you have, structure the portfolios how you feel comfortable. But have a combination of both growth and income. Today, I'm focusing on the income side of the portfolio, but I also have assets that look at growth positions. All right, guys. So just want to give you a snapshot of the active portfolio, what it's looking like, how the profit position has changed, and the overall yield. Now, let's look at our total returns. Let's look at the total returns for QQQI and BTCI from a 5-day standpoint, all the way up to a year standpoint, as they compare to the underlying assets. So for QQQI, the underlying asset is going to be QQQ. And for BTCI, the underlying asset is going to be IBIT or Bitcoin rather. So I've chosen IBIT. You can choose any ETF if you want. And for this example, for this comparison. So for QQQI over the past 5 days, the total return has been 1.24%, and QQQ is 1.96%. So we're right there. We're right alongside it. We know that over the long run, QQQ will provide the better total return, but we are seeking stable income. And to do that, we have to make small sacrifices like, not being exactly, pairing with QQQ. And for BTCI, similar story, if not closer story, right? BTCI 1.43% total return over a 5-day period, guys, 5 days. IBIT 1.68%. So right there, close to each other. On a 1 month standpoint, again, QQQI and QQQ right there between 0.3% of each other, which is phenomenal. And even on the downside, right? Even on the downside here, BTCI and Bitcoin have both been fairly equal. And yes, we've been on a bit of a down period for Bitcoin, but that's okay because we're going to see the payout on BTCI and it's going to cover us a little bit. If we look at that 6-month period, QQQI 18%, QQQ 22%, BTCI 34%, IBIT 36%. All right. And then, year to date, or even let's go to the year mark. QQQI 23, QQQ 25, BTCI 60%, IBIT this is where it takes over. IBIT 98%. Now, firstly, I don't even think, I think BTCI doesn't even have a year runway, right? So let's give BTCI a little more time in market. That this isn't a perfectly fair comparison. It needs a little bit more time. It's about a year, but it needs a bit more time. That being said, we know that the underlying assets will perform better. They just simply will from a total return standpoint, but that is okay because we are seeking income. If you guys are looking to get involved in Bitcoin, there is a platform that I personally utilize. It is Kraken. So Kraken, really low fees in terms of trading, and really great staking options. So if you're looking to yield, up to 60% yields on Kraken, on all types of assets, whether it's right now they even have Bitcoin. You can even earn on Bitcoin. Or if you have any of these other cryptos, if you're considered them, you can do so via Kraken. I'll leave a link in the description below to sign up. All right, guys. So what do you think, guys? Are you invested in QQQI? Are you invested in BTCI? Let me know in the comments below. We want to see NAV stability. We want to see NAV growth. That's what we're all about. And there are these ETFs and there are others that offer this good NAV growth. And that's what we're looking for. So let me know in the comments below. Sub to the channel. All the best, guys, and see you tomorrow. Cheers.